You're now under the verbal vibration of Dub C's Entertainment. And this is Spoken Word from the Underground. And I'm your host, Brother Rob, the Poet Brown. Brother Rob, if you don't feel like saying it, don't say it.
Yes. Knowledge, to me, is refreshing to my spirit as if I had just drank a glass of holy water as I try to maintain in the midst of this great onslaught. Good folks, man, we like an endangered species, sinners everywhere. The devil makes it so easy for us to fall short of God's glory, slowly being misled, losing our lives over some he said, she said. The question is, why we gotta live this way? No matter what I do, right or wrong, trust me when I tell you, somebody got something to say. See, if I'm living foul, I get sent to hell real quick. Then again, if I'm trying to live righteously, I get labeled a hypocrite. Now, there's a little good in everybody, at least that's what they say, but to say that means there's more bad than good in everybody, okay? Be your own judge, man. Stop tripping off of what they say. And you know that, and I think about it, I say, who the hell are they? They don't like me. They surely don't love me. As Tupac once said, only God can judge me. I dedicate this piece to the sinners, including myself. Please understand the difference between the judgment of God and the judgment of man. Brothers and sisters, I open this way to tell you a short story before we go on with the show. I was having a conversation with somebody in public, and somebody who was ear hustling and stuff decided to put their 2 cents worth in and was just wrong as two left shoes on James Brown and shit, right? So the person I was talking to was talking about one of the presidents, none of which I'm very fond of and shit, right? So I ain't gonna say who I was talking about. And I said, yo, that's just a bag ass nigga and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, to know me is to know how I talk and stuff. When I say bag, meaning he got a whole lot of shit and dropping it all over the place. People stepping all in his shit. Bag ass nigga. Bystander over here talking about, he thought I dropped the F bomb. All right? Y'all know what I'm saying and shit. Talking about, don't say that. I said, what? He said, they don't say that anymore. And had the nerve to have a smirk on his face and shit like he right. I'm like, Slim, first of all, you don't know what you're talking about and stuff. And whoever the hell they are ain't got nothing to do with me. So bag, nigga, nigga. And a couple of Karens in case you don't like them words. My message of today is don't be telling me how to talk. I'm a grown ass man up in this motherfucker. All right? I'm trying to stop cursing. Y'all ain't helping shit. I'm trying to stop cursing and shit. Y'all ain't helping nothing and stuff, right? So, brothers and sisters, you are now under the verbal vibrations of Dub C's Entertainment, and this is Spoken Word from the Underground, and I am your host, Brother Rob, the Poet Brown, or Brother Rob if you don't feel like saying the whole thing. If you are verbally hungry, brothers and sisters, we got a feast for you today. All right? Before we get into the show and tell you what's coming forward and stuff, we're still waiting on our guests. Tell you a little something about Dub C's Entertainment. Whole lot of shows going on. Outside of this one, Spoken Word from the Underground, we have Legendary. We have Broken Chains, which is an inspirational show. We have Dub C's live on the air, spinning on the ones and twos, sharing all the indie underground artists where all the real music and spoken word and neo soul singers hang out. Y'all need to check that out. We also have Brother to Brother, a show where the brothers sit down and talk about, you know, our issues and stuff, try to make each other better men and everything and stuff. Brothers call in, sisters call in and chime in too and stuff. It's a dope show. And also we have Legendary. Underground Legends. It's a video show, and if you are artists out there, whether you got soul, spoken word, hip hop, you can send videos in MP4 format only. That's very important, and you send them to undergroundpowerhour@gmail.com. So if you're an artist and you want to be seen and heard, you got to tune in, share. You know how we do. And you get your music and your videos heard at undergroundpowerhour@gmail.com. And the show is entitled Legends Video Show. We're going to get back to that a little later on and tell you how everything goes, kind of like going along with station identification. So, brothers and sisters, before we proceed any further, let me tell you how the show goes. We have a guest and a feature. The guest can do one long piece, or two medium-sized pieces. You can't do three. You can't be greedy because we got a feature and stuff, right? And stuff. You do your two pieces or your one long piece. Then we give you a chance to shout out what you do, where you can be heard at, and what you got going on next. We set you over on the couch and stuff. We got some coolers over there and stuff, some beers and stuff, and some waters in case you don't drink, and you can enjoy the show. Then we do our set station identification. Then we let the feature go buck wild because it's their moment. Q&A, videos, as well as live pieces. Okay, everybody ready now? You ready to get loose? You got your beer, your wine, your sangria, your water, your joy juice. Okay, brothers and sisters, we're going to pause for station identification, and we're going to get right back into the show. Sound like a winner? Let's get it.
And for real, I am about to go so I can get the vinyl so I can decorate the studio, get that up and going, finish writing these songs and getting my promotion things together for this damn video and song.
I can't believe this happened. My whole family been shattered. It's not supposed to be this tragic. I couldn't even imagine continuing alone with you gone. And I can't believe I'm making this song. You supposed to be with me japping, handling business, making the call. Cause without your talent and vision, we taking the loss. But we had your driven ambition and blatant resolve. So in the spirit of Miss Lady, we all
I'm missing you. Girl, I'll be missing you. I'm missing you. Girl, I'll be missing you.
I can't believe that I'm making this song, so I'ma keep it brief, I ain't gonna make it too long. 1 minute you're here and the next you is gone. Boy, I can't believe that God is taking you home. It hurts, but I'm still thankful too that TR became a family, thanks to you. Oh, you done really done it now, lady, I can't with you. Now every time I hear your songs, I'ma
I'm
thank you.
missing you. Girl, I'll be missing you. Lady, I'm missing you. Hey, I'll be missing you. From the moment you walked into my life, yeah, you always made sure that I was alright. You've been my friend for 30 years. I guess that's why I can't stop these tears. From the moment we picked up the phone, we got the news you weren't coming home. Wish someone could tell us what went wrong. Ain't no way in hell you're supposed to be gone. Now I'm missing you. Girl, I'll be missing you. I'm missing you. Lady, I'm missing you.
You talking about the TR logo with the TR Records somewhere on there so people can know what it is?
Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, I gotta go find me some herbage. I'm about to go get me something to eat, and I'll fuck with it when I get back.
Your family's missing you. TR is missing you. Ruck is missing you. Lyricist is missing you. I'm missing you. Girl, I'll be missing you. Lady, I'm missing you.
brothers and sisters. You are now under the verbal vibrations of Dub C's Entertainment, and this is Spoken Word from the Underground, and I am your host, Brother Rob, the Poet Brown, or Brother Rob if you don't feel like saying the whole thing. That was dope right there. I don't know if y'all ever caught that video before, but that was my man D.A. Smart, and that song was Missing You, and you gotta listen to it, and it's dope. It's dope. That's all I like to say. I see everybody is present. So let us proceed forth with our show. Brothers and sisters, we have a guest and we have a feature. Our guest, I call her, since y'all are poetically hungry and everything and stuff, this is our appetizer. And her name is Miss Nina Purple. And coming after her is going to be the main course. All right, she gonna have your ass full satisfied and trying to take a doggy bag. And she goes by the name of Goddess Warrior. First up to the mic, our lovely guest, Sister Nina Purple. How you doing, love?
I am wonderful. I'm finally here. Hey, y'all.
You slid right across that home plate at the last minute, Jack. Okay.
Man, I was going to get on this show, baby. If I had to go to StreamYard itself, I was going to get on this show.
I know that's right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Determination, it's a beautiful thing. And I know you got that all up in you and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
thank you.
How to see you.
Exactly. Yeah, Queen, you might want to adjust your camera. You got a pretty forehead, but we want to see the rest of your face and stuff, you know?
I'm trying to go into a room that's not so dark, but every time I do, my reception keep going bad.
Right, so, left. Maybe you could like turn towards the light that's in that room.
Where the reception could kick in.
Right.
Okay. A little bit better. No.
Not
everything. No. Y'all gonna make me go in the, oh Lord, hold on. I'm trying to get this light.
Just turn up the backlight on your phone. The light on her phone.
Huh? I'm not even on the phone. I'm on the tablet. That's the only way I was able to get my messenger.
Right. Left. Well, keep talking while you tiptoe. There you go. You're moving in the next room. Talk to me. Make sure we can still hear you. Can you speak,
okay,
baby?
Can y'all hear me and see
me?
There
you go. There you go. Much better. Much better.
I had to point it up to the light.
Right. That's what's up. So what's up? You got a one long piece for us? You got two medium-sized pieces? How you want to do it? What you want to do?
Whatever y'all want. I mean, I got a couple of pieces for y'all.
Well, give me one, man.
I got a couple of pieces. Ready?
Yes, indeed. The mic is yours, sweetie.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get adjusted. Hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta get myself together.
It's cool. Take your time. I see the Lords of Darkness is taking over again. What happened to the light?
I got a million pieces. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Here I go.
It's all right.
Up to the light.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, y'all see me?
Not now.
Okay.
You were there, and then you wasn't.
Okay. So I'm gonna do this piece. I'm gonna do this piece in honor of a friend of mine that I lost in 2013 to domestic violence. She was a hot poet, and I'm gonna do this piece to her in dedication to her tonight.
The mic is yours.
The hands that he uses to caress her was the same hands that he used to pull the trigger to blow her brains out. The finger that he put the ring on was the same finger that he stuck in the air when he said "fuck you" to her. He said that she was gay and that she was cheating on him with both sexes. All her emails and texts were filled with messages from them. So he felt like while he was away, she forgot about him. So he plotted on her, and just when She put down her guards. He shot her as if she was a dog in the street. She was known and loved by many. Did anybody ever wonder what happened after all the Google searches and the Facebook posts have faded away? Has anybody ever thought about calling her family today, volunteering to take her baby to school, buy him a birthday cake? Or does anyone hide, or does everyone hide behind the fake smiles and just assume that everybody is okay? So, Lord, I pray that people would intervene when you think something ain't right. Be nosy when it counts. Gossip when it matters. Because that poem sounded so good because of all the punchlines in her piece was actually a cry out for peace in her life. This man who proudly announced her to the world as his wife was threatening her life behind closed doors. She left her soul on stage and put her heart in the mic. But we were too busy clapping and yelling instead of asking her, are you okay? And are you all right? So ask yourself, do you think that maybe she'd still be alive today if we would have cared enough to go over to her house and invade her privacy enough to catch this man in the act? Rest in peace, my sister. God will seek your justice at the pearly gates. He would take you in his arms and protect you. Even though this guy that was supposed to protect you cowardly took his own life to make it seem like a murder suicide. But in the end, justice came to you in the midnight hour, my friend, because God spared him his life just so he can pay the ultimate price, life in jail. Because if he was unhappy about you as his wife, then he could have divorced you. But he took it from you, and I went to visit him and gave him a message from you and told him that she forgives you for what you've done. Now my friend's soul can rest in peace. Now, because God has her with him. And she's smiling down on me. And by the way, she was 2 months pregnant with your baby when you took her life that day. That's that first piece, y'all. Yay!
Wow. That was deep, heavy. That was heavy.
Yeah, that's
That was
that first piece.
Wow.
I wrote that about one of my friends. She passed away in 2013.
Wow. And I'd like to say to the listening audience, don't forget to share. Okay, sharing is caring and stuff and whatnot. And for those of y'all who don't really know who you're listening to and stuff, this is Sister Nina Purple. She's a proud representative of Poet out of Chicago, people of extraordinary talent. And the sister's been in the game for a minute. And that's just a little taste of what she bringing to the house and stuff. Great one, sister. You got another one for us?
Yeah, I got another one for you. Y'all know I ended with a testimony piece. I had lost over 300 pieces and finally found them the other day.
Wow,
so
that's what's up.
Yeah, so I'm finna give y'all this one. Do you think that he's playing with you when he's saying that he will kill you and your family? Well, here's my testimony. On August 15th, I came out the house and I thought my eyes was playing tricks on me. Is this Quincy I see? Nah, he's in Atlanta, so it can't be. But before I can blink my eye, he was behind me with the gun to my back. Lord, I don't want to die. He told me, either you go and tell your mommy that you was lying about me, or I will kill you and your family. So you're going back to Atlanta with me. So I told my mom I lied about him. And a couple of days later, he made me drive 8 hours to Atlanta. How does this man have all the power over my life? So a couple of days later, on August 18, 2001, this man intimidated my life for fun. He was still mad about my escape to Chicago. My memory was forgetting about the boxes filled with my address on it. So damn, I wasn't thinking that it was nowhere that I could go. And as I got on my knees to pray, not knowing that as I lay me down to sleep would be the last word that my mouth would keep. So he got behind me and put his hands around my neck and strangled me. And all I could remember was my body acting crazy. I didn't have to use the bathroom, but I started to shit and pee on myself. Couldn't breathe, and couldn't believe, oh God, this man is killing me. And before I knew it, he kept strangling me, and I died for an hour. And I felt my soul cry as my spirit lifted from my body. And see, God stepped in and gave me a first glimpse of how my life was going. And he said, you got a choice. Do you hear my voice? I'm going to give you your life back because I feel like you got work to do, don't you? So I was trying to say, yes, Lord, but I couldn't move. My lips wouldn't part, and I had no blood pumping in my heart. And see, God, I would take my fresh start and make miracles happen. I would go and save souls, and I promise, God, yes, Lord, yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Now as I awake, I feel my body move. My lips would part, and the blood was pumping back in my heart, and my body was jumping. So now I don't complain because I got a lot to lose and so much to gain. So I don't drown in my pain. And especially since God took my life and gave it back to me again. That's that piece, y'all. That's my second piece. That's what I get.
Wow,
thank you, guys.
Sister. That was beautiful. That was a testimony and stuff on some real and stuff. You you have any you got books? You have books about, your testimonies, your struggles and things like that?
So I do. So my story is on YouTube, a Janine Hall story. It has over 160,000 views on it. You can see it on YouTube. You can go on OMTV, download that on your Roku. Y'all can see it on there too. I have a book out on Amazon called Memoirs of a Survivor. Tough times don't last, tough people do. And I waited 3 years, y'all. Me and Calico finally got a producer from DreamWorks to do my movie. They literally are working on my movie right now as we speak. So y'all may as well get ready to get red carpet ready.
Praise the Lord.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what we're talking about. Well, sister, I appreciate you for swinging through. You ain't gonna be no stranger because you ain't going nowhere. You sit over there on the couch and stuff. We got a cooler over there. We got some beers. We got some coolers and some bottled water. And somebody might bring you some hot tea. You can throw kind of rusty and shit and stuff. And just, chill out and enjoy the rest of the show. You know what I'm saying?
I will. And make sure y'all support Domestic Violence Awareness Month, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, because I lost my mom to breast cancer. Her birthday is tomorrow, so I'm literally finna go out to Eddie's Sundays in a little while and celebrate, on the mic, my mom. And then, domestic violence, it represents me. But I do have, I'm sorry, I forgot to say, y'all, I have an organization that's a non-for-profit now called Purple Pieces, and I literally go rescue men and women out of domestic violence every day. So don't be silent. If y'all know somebody that's going through it, say something and send them my way so they can get saved.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's a worthy cause, very worthy cause. Brothers and sisters, that's Nina Purple. Get at her.
Yeah.
Share the video. Share the video. It's on YouTube too, y'all, under Dub C's Entertainment Network. Go back and watch it and stuff. Peep all the information that she putting out there and help her to help others and stuff. Appreciate you coming along, Queen.
You're welcome. Love you guys.
Love you, Black. With some change left over. Brothers and sisters, in case you don't know, you are now under the verbal vibrations of Dub C's Entertainment, and this is Spoken Word from the Underground. And I am your host, Brother Rob, the Poet Brown, or Brother Rob if you don't feel like saying the whole thing. Brothers and sisters, coming up to the mic. Next up, after station identification, we have our feature, Goddess Warrior. Hang in there, get your popcorn, get you some chips and some water and stuff, and be prepared to be entertained with some change left over. All right?
Right.
here. So I'm gonna address this elephant in the room and still say I love my people. I want the dogs and hugs and love, because that's what it should be about. Right? You understand me? We dying out here. Right. So not just guns, COVID, cancer, and everything else, man. They out here to strategically kill us. So if we can't get together and still show love, man, come on, right?
And first up, we have Diana Tyler. She performs internationally under the name Goddess Warrior, Words of a Warrior Productions. When did you start doing this? I know it kind of comes out of tragedy, right?
Mm-hmm. I started doing this openly at an open mic in Chicago in Oak Park back in 2012. Mm-hmm. And I started out telling my story about the tragic loss of my parents. Mm-hmm. And that led into everything that's happening right now.
Everybody got a story, right? I gotta be known for spitting dope bars and heat. Born fire sign, I am the fire that you speak. More than a corridor MC. Talk about L. Wilkins and 5-star D's. I read and know who I lead.
When you talk about somebody who's been through pain, trauma, and losses, I've been in your seat.
Always been taught to do more than bang bang. So I spit about the truth and the pain. Damn the fame, respect my name. I am the God who won't don't let me stay in the game.
You heard?
Brothers and sisters, the first time I saw this sister on YouTube, I was supposed to go to Chicago. I think it was in 2014 or 2015. I forgot what year it was, but I couldn't go. But it was the Poet Awards, and she was there performing. And I watched every performance that day, but hers stuck with my ass and stuff, man. The energy, the power, and the feeling that she put into it made me want to say, you know, every once in a while, it's certain poets and shit, right? That you know everything they do is pretty dope. You know, Hood Raised, Black Ice, Digital DJ, Dub C's, Lamont LaCarrie, 13 in Nazareth. But this one of them sisters and stuff, when I seen that first video out, she was the only one I had to say, no, I gotta hear that motherfucker again. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. And I've been watching her for years. I've bought her books. I've been supporting her with some change, and it's my pleasure and duty to introduce to y'all, those of you who don't know, get ready for Goddess Warrior. Peace, Queen.
Man, peace and love, Brother Rob. Thank you so much, man, for having me on the show tonight. I'm grateful.
My pleasure. My pleasure. So before we get into some Q&A and stuff, I need you to give us a little sampler of that dope flavor that you got. Stop playing. Come on. Get
it. Do I be charging after goals like a running back? It ain't no running back when my end zone is inbound. Guaranteed to score when I touch down. See, I be bursting through my struggles, hurdling over fears, stiff arming these haters as I sprint for my career. Got a few linebackers making sure my way gets cleared. Relentlessly backing me, so ain't no holding them. And ain't no stopping my drive. Cause I'm running for all my family that died. You don't know death, you've looked them in the eye. Through me, they stay alive. I'm following an ancestral guide. They tell me, go and get him, Lady Di. My nickname is a child. They say run for your destiny, child. So I'm running after it like I did as a child. But guess who's it now? Better catch me if you can. I done been set back too many times to let them set me back again. Fake lovers and fake friends. They playing the game to pretend. I'm playing to win. Had too many losses before I even began. And I done ran through a lot. But tell me, how can I lose when my first coach is God? My life too uneven not to be a little odd, but I beat the odds. They said my ex still love me. Told them send them my regard. Well wishes and emoji heart. But that's the only love I got for something so equally odd. Success is hard, but being trapped in your feelings won't take you too far. So I be sidestepping and juking past the bullshit, holding on to this poetry pigskin tightly in my grip. And the only way I fumble is to drop the ball on my own gift. Y'all believe in me now, with or without an applause from the crowd. Because what truly matters most is the people that genuinely show you love when ain't no crowds around. See, I need people who don't mind helping to turn the game around. You know, run and block so we can reach the goal line instead of blocking my path and wasting my time. Because I'm blitzing the field to these goals and going for the extra 2. You'll never catch me off sides, no matter how petty they get. I never cross the line. I just keep my head down and blow right past their ass. They try to pull me down with the face mask, but that didn't stop my range. Instead, it gave me more power just to move the chain. No need for unnecessary roughness when you play hard and stick to the rules of the game. Offensive coordination is mandated, but it's the way you defend that shall determine if you lose or if you win. So I'm charging after goals like a running back. Ain't no running back when my end zone be inbound. Guaranteed to score when I touch down. See, I be bursting through my struggles and I'm hurtling over fears. Stiff arming these haters as I sprint for my career. And watch me keep making this shit look easy, no matter how hard it is. Peace and love. What's up, y'all? This G-Dub, Goddess Warrior Poet, live in the building with my boy Dub C's Entertainment and Rob Brown. This how we getting down in the underground. What's up?
Any given Sunday, okay? Y'all ain't heard?
Yes, sir.
Any given
Sunday, yes, sir.
That you get it. Any given Sunday. God damn, girl. You just don't, you never cease to amaze me. All right, check it out.
Man, when I'm performing that joint on stage, I literally do those motions. Like I jump, I hurdle, I juke. Right. You know, I'll be on stage doing all the football moves, man. So, you know, we in football season right now. So I thought I'd do that for some of the fellas that's watching, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna be sharing this joint. Make sure everybody get a piece of that stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
And I believe you because I done seen your performances and shit. Whatever you do, you put a whole lot of yourself into it. But I'm gonna let you get into all that. We ain't even started asking questions yet. All right, check it out. Goddess Warrior, what kind of poet are you? How would you describe yourself?
I'm a God-fearing poet. I'm a God-led poet. I don't write every day. I don't write all the time. I don't write about everything that I go through. I only write when God give me the words. You know what I'm saying? That's what's very special about myself is I'm God-led. I trust God to give me the words and the messages that I need to come across to the people. Even in that piece that I just did, one of my most favorite lines out of that piece is when I was talking about the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Man, what truly matters most is the people that genuinely show you love when ain't no crowds around. Like those type of messages, man, are in my poems. Those type of messages are what I'm bringing to the stage. So I love to say, man, that everything that I do is in divine order. So I'm a God-led poet. I ain't no Christian poet, but I'm God-led.
That's what's up. And there is a difference. Trust me when I tell you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How long you been spitting? How long you been doing this thing, baby?
Since 2012. So this year actually just made a decade. I'll be celebrating next year for 11-year anniversary. I wanted to do 11-year anniversary party versus the 10-year because 11 is a little bit more of a special number.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shit. What keeps you going? I mean, I kind of got an idea what the answer's gonna be, but you know, just for the sake of the crowd, what keeps you going?
Man, 2 things keep me going, man. Well, 3. All right, I'll name those 3 things. 3 things that keep me going. First thing is my mother. The spirit of my mother, me having to still be a representation of my mother, whether she's alive or not. I don't ever want anybody to ask the question, yo, who raised you? You know what I'm saying? If anything, they're going to be like, man, whoever raised you did an amazing job. Okay. So that's first thing that keeps me going. Second thing is my children, my sons. I got 3 boys, man, that look up to me. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I do is a reflection of them, is a reflection of my family, my mother. So, man, that's also what keeps me going. Third thing that keeps me going at this, man, is my faith. Me truly believing that the things that I went through in my life didn't happen for no reason. I know that God has a purpose for me. I know that this is my purpose. As long as I continue to have faith in it and I walk in it, God is going to see to it that the things that I deserve take place. It's going to happen for me. You know what I'm saying? It's going to manifest. So I'll just trust God, man. That's the third thing that keeps me going is my faith.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you and stuff, man. And stuff. What kind of keeps me going and stuff, it's kind of like on the same level and stuff, but you know, I'm a little bit older than you and stuff. And at one time I just said to myself, you know, I used to dream about the day when I was gonna fucking blow up and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, I was like, you know, getting kind of old, man, you know, stuff. But nothing ever made me say stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stuff. And to me, age ain't nothing but a number and stuff and whatnot. It's young folks out here who got more sense and wisdom and common sense than some of the OGs and stuff. So, you know, the fact that your principles that you stand on it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Tell you what, before we go into station identification, I hit you with a few more questions. Why don't you bless us with another piece, if you don't mind?
Cool. Let's do it. I'll give you guys a little bit about something personal. As you can see, it's clear, for people who may be watching. 'Cause I know Rob and Dub, you guys both have your own platforms, your own following. So there may be some people watching this who don't know who I am. You know what I mean? It's clear as day that I'm a part of the LGBTQ community. I'm a lesbian woman and very proud. So this next piece that I'm going to do is in reference to me being a lesbian woman and still having children. You know what I mean? All right, so this piece is called Nothing to Fear. It's actually off of my album. I have 2 spoken word albums streaming online right now that you can download. This piece is off of my album called More Than a Woman, Introduction of a God. Been this way all my life, and I'm going to continue to be me regardless. My mother gave me love as a stud and told me, baby, you be a queen regardless. So I can never be hard. You can try and rain on my parade, but I'm going to keep marching. I was born different from the rest. Umbilical cord around my neck. On my way into this world, already won my battle with death. My soul steady rising. Glowing up like the horizons. Connected to a network stronger than Verizon. See, I be more than a woman. Through me, a new life be forthcoming. And I'd admit that I was scared. I had to conquer some fears. But big girls don't cry. We fighting, sweat out the tears. Been this way for years. Homophobes stay bashing, ask if I'm a boy or a girl, then wait on my reaction. Well, it's time for some action. I'm speaking loud and proud. My sexuality was never something I was confused about. We all pretend for the crowds, living our lives in doubt. Do you emerge from that closet yelling, I'm coming out? See, I want the world to know that I was never in. Mama's love always made me comfortable in my own skin. Yet the voyage of my life was nothing but hardships. And getting pregnant by a man was one of the hardest. You see, a stud getting pregnant is often frowned upon. They want to know if you switch teams and whose side you on. Have you been sneak dicking? Getting a little dick on the side? For the ones that have, they pride allows them to keep quiet. But before being a lesbian, see, I'm a child of God, then my mother's daughter. That's what comes first, straight in that order. Yeah, I made a mistake and slipped up with a guy after all this time, 31 years old, carrying life inside. But it was then that I came to realize, girl, you more than a woman. You're a true God is. By the powers vested in me, I saw firsthand just who God is. And the picture's never been clearer. Staring at myself in the mirror. Seeing a reflection of God's perfection. You can't tell me nothing less. They say you can't be saved until you open your mouth and profess. Well, in this piece, I confess that this ain't about sex. But in order to see the naked truth, sometimes you gotta undress. So here I am, bare-assed, refusing to be embarrassed. Come and see through my looking glass. All of you mad hatters, still giving you the pieces of me after it all shatters. And peace, true story, God.
Damn. All right. That's the only way I can describe that shit. Damn. And that album, when I first seen the cover and stuff, right? And stuff, I said, yo, this shit is doogie dope. I'm serious, man. The samurai outfit, the hat. Oh man. I wish I could get in contact with your photographer and stuff.
Man, I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you. So, it's all in the vision, man. It's all about I'm grateful to God because these are the things that I pray for. It's creative ideas, creativity. My visions come from Him. My creativity comes from the Most High. And so I ask God to, to show me these things and give me these things. The album cover, the maternity shoot, these were things that I was filtering through and going through while I was pregnant with my babies. I'm carrying twins, trying to figure out how am I going to come back to the stage. And what better way, than to tell the truth. I didn't hide behind the pregnancy. I didn't hide behind getting pregnant with a man. I'm like, let me come out and tell my truth. Let me be transparent and be real with people. And I gained way more respect for that versus me tucking my head between my legs and pretending like it didn't happen.
Right, right. And I mean, I'm that brother that, you know, when I seen the cover and stuff, I forget what year that was and stuff, but I was in Chicago and stuff, and I was chopping
2018.
it. Right, and I was chopping it up with an analog soul, and she showed me the cover. I was like, wow, hats off to this sister and stuff, because you know, regardless of which way you roll or which way you prefer, how you ended up the way you ended up ain't nobody's damn business and stuff. It's still your walk and stuff, you know. And instead of, like you said, trying to keep it on the low and stuff, you could have hibernated yourself from the rest of the world. No, you came out and was like, yo, this is how it is, and this is who's doing it. You know what I'm saying and stuff. So hats off and stuff. You know, when it comes to God, I don't play disguises and stuff. I don't look at it like he got to come a certain way. You understand what I'm saying and stuff? And on some real, for all these folks who think they know God and stuff, if Jesus came back today, half the folks wouldn't even know who he was, especially if he came back speaking the way he did, because people forget Jesus didn't speak English. And he spoke Aramaic. So if he spoke to you today or tomorrow, he wouldn't say, peace be unto you, my good brother or sister. He would either say shalom alaikum or assalamu alaikum. And considering the way this world thinks and stuff, most of the folks who claim they love him are going to shun him away just by the way he talked and stuff. So what I respect about you a whole lot, I hear a lot of knowledge, wisdom. I can see you done a whole lot of studying and stuff. And you put it all into your spoken word, you know. So, you know, hats off to you, Queen. We're going to pause for station identification, and we're going to come back. I got 2 more questions for you, and I'm going to let you blow us away. As a matter of fact, I got a request for the last piece and stuff. And you know where I'm coming from. Revelations, baby. Revelations. All right. Revelations, all right?
All right, that's love. Big love, for sure. You got to give the people what they want.
Exactly. Dubs, let us pause for station identification and come back and wrap this on up, brother.
Elevate. The ability to raise or lift something up to a higher position. Proverbs 4:25. Let your eyes look directly forward and your gaze be straight before you. I asked God to give me the purpose of my life. God spoke to me and said that the purpose of your life, Donis, is to be an inspiration to others and to share inspiration with the world. This is how Elevate was born.
Brothers and sisters, you are now tuned in under the verbal vibrations of Dub C's Entertainment, and this is Spoken Word from the Underground, and I am your host, Brother Rob the Poet Brown. Well, Brother Rob, if you don't feel like saying the whole thing. Brothers and sisters, we are in full poetic effect with Goddess Warrior. We're getting ready to wrap it up in a hot second. And as she pauses for station identification, I'd like to say I appreciate y'all tuning in. There she goes. She black at me one more again.
All right. Yeah, we here.
All right. That's what's up. What, Goddess Warrior, what made you realize that this was for you? Spoken word was your thing. What made you say, bam, I know this is it, you know?
I think it was a performance that I had at a church. I was a part of a production called What God Said, and it was like a stage play, poetic production that I did some years ago. But it was the first time that I ever implemented acting, drama, theatric, stage props, the whole 9. You know, I blended it all into my performance. And the piece that I had literally took scriptures from the Bible and I incorporated it into that poem. And I remember I was grown men in the church crying. Grown men. It was people showing me so much respect, and I didn't want to take any credit because I knew that what I did was divine, that it came from the Most High. But it was that day after that performance when I came in the church, I was dressed like a homeless man, and nobody even knew it was me.
That was on
You
video.
couldn't even see my face until I began to perform. But it was so powerful. The impact that came from that production, came from that performance, is what told me, like, look, God has something greater for you than you realize. You know, my voice, this ability to captivate a room. It's not easy to break a black man down, but to have grown black brothers, black kings, come to me with tears in their eyes, telling me how impacted they were, man, that's when I knew that I couldn't take this gift for granted. That it was far greater than myself. That I had to continue to do this work.
That's what's up. And I've seen that video. You know? Did you know? You know it's on YouTube, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you had shared it on Facebook, and I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, it got more views on Facebook, but it's uploaded to my YouTube channel as well. Goddess Warrior the Poet YouTube channel.
Word, y'all need to check that out. Check that out. Check that out. No doubt. What? Well, I'm gonna save that question for last. Name to me your top 5 favorite poets, dead or alive.
Top 5?
I know that's a small number. I know that's a small number.
That's cool.
But
no, it's cool. It's cool.
5. I can dig it. I
mean,
it's
cool. So we're gonna go off of my top 5 favorite poets, like right now. All right.
Right.
Because like if you would have asked me this 6 years ago, my answer would have been different.
Right.
So right now, one of my top favorite poets right now is Tanyella Masterpiece out of Dallas. I've been rocking with her heavy, establishing a connection, a relationship, and learning. Been learning a lot from this young lady. Second, number 2 is one of the coldest poetry slam brothers nationally and internationally. My brother Ed Mabry. I would have to give him number 2 spot. Third, I would have to say Mother. Mother the Creator. She's from Kankakee, out of Chicago. Recently transitioned to Atlanta, but she's dope and super. She's just a good person all around. I also have to give props to my homegirl Emerald Green. She would take number 4. Emerald Green, somebody who is definitely one of my favorite people, and one of my favorite poets. I love everything about what she does. And lastly, somebody that I have been studying, watching, and just honored by her entire career, because I've been watching her career, and I'm looking forward to being where she is someday. And that's K Love, man, out of Chicago. K Love the poet. Her and J Ivy, so to speak. So I guess that would be sick. But K Love the poet, J Ivy, with both of them coming out of Chicago and representing Chicago in the way that they are, with professionalism, with the poetry, with the lyricism and the wordplay, but more so with the professionalism. You know, K Love, J Ivy, a lot of things that they do are so professional. So you got to give respect to where respect is due. Those are the people that I'm looking up to right now, the people that I'm following, and then I'm learning.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Much respect. Much respect. Finally, Sister Queen, what is your ultimate goal in this thing and stuff? You strike me as one that ain't gonna stop until you die. I know that already. But I mean,
ultimately,
what's the goal?
by the ultimately. So earlier today, I was in Rockford. I live in Rockford, Illinois, which is about close to 2 hours north of Chicago. And so earlier today, I attended a African American women. They were honoring pioneers, poets, and playwrights. And there were senior citizens. I got this on my story right now, but I was in the crowd, and they were reading poetry. It was a poetry reading, but they were reading poetry from women from the 1800s to 1900s. Of course, these women are deceased. So that's my goal. That when I'm long gone, I want somebody to read my poetry work to a crowd still. I want my works to still be read. I want my videos to still be going viral across the world. I want my messages to continue to impact people. I was just teaching a workshop to the youth, and I was telling them about Maya Angelou and Nikki Giovanni and Langston Hughes.
Right.
These people, their works are still being taught in colleges and universities to this day. Lorraine Hansberry, her work is still being taught, and to this day. So my goal is to create a legacy with my spoken word, to where I'm not just viral online, but I want my work to be given and taught in schools, churches, and just around the world. I want to create a legacy that when I'm gone, years later, it'll still be talked about. You know, like Shakespeare, man. Shakespeare, 1800s, 1700s. And to this day, we're talking about over 300 years later, we still bring up Shakespeare. So that's my goal, is to make that type of legacy for myself and my work.
Well, you laying the foundation right now. Okay, let me tell you. I'm gonna ask you to do, or I'm gonna ask put in a request, and before you leave, I need you to remember, turn the people on to your baby, your poetry slam that I was supposed to be in, but I fucked around and waited too late. Shit.
Man, it's always next year, bro.
I'm gonna be there next year. I'm gonna be there next year, no doubt.
And next year the grand prize going up. You know, I cap the grand prize every year, an extra $100. So we started out with $2,000. Right now it's at $2,200. Next year it'll be $2,300.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Brothers and sisters, I'm gonna step back and allow our feature, Sister Queen, Goddess Warrior, to bless you with a piece. We were supposed to see the video. The video just blew my damn mind and stuff and whatnot, but we couldn't get it. So my request is that, sister, you do that joint live. Please.
I'll do the piece, and then I'll give you guys my social media handles where you can follow me.
Exactly.
And I'll give you guys a few updates about what I got coming up. Cool.
Cool.
All right. The piece called Revelation is a visual to this piece. I worked with a production company out of Wisconsin called Storybridge TV, Storybridge Studios. This video, this piece was very special to me because I wrote this poem during quarantine, during a time when we was forced to be in a crib, and I just didn't want to be in the house eating and watching it. So I said, I can't sit in here and be gaining weight. I got to continue to work at my craft. And so for me, everything is in divine order. So I started reading the Bible. God had led me to the book of Revelations. So, you know, I didn't start at Genesis or book of Psalms or Corinthians. I literally was flipping through, and God said, read this. So I read parts of the book of Revelation. So in this piece called A Revelation, there's literally parts of the Bible that I took from the book of Revelations that's in this piece. If you're familiar with the book of Revelations, you may hear some of that. All right. You can check the video out on my YouTube channel, Goddess Warrior the Poet, all on YouTube.
And the video's dope.
Let ye give an ear to what the poet says to the people. This ain't about race. We in the midst of good and evil. It's hard to find the balance when the scales are so uneven. Being led by false prophets and false teachers, secretly headed to your destruction according to second. Mass shootings, claiming lies, listening to the preacher. My heart still weeping for the girl they killed while she was sleeping. Another trigger-happy policeman. How many more black bodies will be buried by a policeman? This vicious cycle of history just keeps repeating. But remember, everything happens for a reason. It's already been written that every tribe of our kind will be smitten, whether by the hands of our own or by the hands of racism. The revelation of the prophets is all over your phones and television. From pyramids to prisons, they got us geometrically locked in the system. But when you see them sacred numbers, never hard to forget them. They bewitched the 666, but turning around and you'll get 999, which means it's time. Start a new journey. Wrap up loose ends and let go of what no longer serves you. Step into the equilibrium of your true purpose. But the lean got us more than bent. We be emotionally numb from the drink and the drug. Pills pop, but the pain don't stop. The youth not making pulpit stops. They just be racing to the finish. And they get clipped before the finish. These are the things that the true and certain have witnessed at the heads of God's new order. We be on watch, faithful and quiet, faithful and quiet strength. From Chicago to Jerusalem, we see kings with no kingdom who have been given authority. But God has put it in our heart to do his purpose. While they are led by the beast, I shall continue to speak until the words of God have effect and are complete, while our black bodies will continue to cover the streets. Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, Orlando Castile, Ahmaud and Trayvon, George Floyd, Elijah McClain, and so many others, lives and names. Burn down all their stores, protest, riot, and loot. The game don't change. Just like those structures, they only been remodeled and rearranged. But when the last seal is broken and the heavenly angels sound the trumpet, waters will rise higher than the skies and mountains will crumble as this new Babylon crumbles. You see, these public assassinations have awakened anointed agents in every nation, and we shall rip through the pavement of this derogatory democracy and this Republican hypocrisy. But now is the time for my people's salvation. Don't you call it a warning. Call it a revelation. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. I'm Goddess Warrior, the poet. Man, I got one of the largest productions of my career coming up. It's a national poetry slam competition. And it's national because I'm bringing over 15 poets from around the country to one location. The Rockford, Illinois, the 815. We got poets coming from Detroit, St. Louis, Boston, Birmingham, Kansas City, Missouri, Peoria, Illinois, Joliet, Illinois. We got poets coming from all around competing for over $3,000 in cash prizes. That's right. Since I became a national and international spoken word artist, it's been my goal to create a platform for others to also become national and receive the same accolades that I got. Everybody can eat, everybody can get exposure, everybody deserves an opportunity. So all I'm doing is creating more opportunities for other artists to expand at their craft and to win a little money too. So you guys can check it out. Go to the Gods and Goddesses Poetry Slam on Facebook, Instagram. Just look us up. Also, follow my page, Goddess Warrior the Poet, on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. Goddess Warrior the Poet. I definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for the love. Rob, brother Rob, thank you so much because you have been supporting me for many years, brother. And from afar, you've been showing me love. And I thank you so much, man. I truly do appreciate you. It's people like you, whether you know it or not. I got something real special up my sleeve. I'm planning something real big for the people who I know been in my corner. And like I said, next year I'll be celebrating 11 years. And I'm going to do something for those people who've been rocking with me, man. And you're going to be one of them. I promise you that. Because I appreciate your love. I appreciate the support. Man, thank you so much for having me on tonight. And I'm just grateful, bro. Extremely grateful, man.
Before you go, let them know on your page you also have a link to where they can watch the slam live as well.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thank you for that. The Gods and Goddesses Poetry Slam, we actually got season 1. Right now it's uploaded on OMTV. That's Open Mic Television on your Roku. You go on your Roku Smart TV, go to the App Store, download OMTV, and you can see season 1 from last year. We'll also be filming this year to stream it on that app, on the streaming app on Roku. So make sure you check that out. Download OMTV, Open Mic TV on your Roku. If you got a Roku Smart TV, you can download it. Make sure you download Open Mic Television, man, and you can tune in to the Gods and Goddesses Poetry Slam. And I appreciate the support. Thank y'all so very much. Also, make sure y'all go and check out my book. It's called Poems and Petty Shit. Who ain't been through some petty shit, right? Man, check it out. The book is on Amazon. Go to Amazon.com, type in Poems and Petty Shit, get the book, and also type my name in on Google. You can just Google me. Books will come up. My videos will come up. My CDs will come up. Everything you need. Just Google Goddess Warrior the Poet.
That's when you know you made it. When you're Googleable.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look. A few last minute announcements before we wrap this thing up. This has been a Dub C's Entertainment Productions, along with Spoken Word from the Underground. You can also tune in and watch shows entitled like Legendary, Broken Chains, an inspirational show. Dub C's Live on the Air, where Dub's on the 1 and 2 spinning the dopest underground and indie artists in the land. Brother to Brother, where brothers could sit down and chop it up and talk about things and stuff, teach each other, grow together, whole 9 yards. And finally, Underground Legends videos. This is a video show. You can send in with your singer, spoken word artist, hip hop artists and stuff, indie artists. Send your videos in MP4 format. Very important. Send them in an MP4 format to undergroundpowerhour@gmail.com for Underground Legends videos and stuff. All right. I thank y'all, brothers and sisters, for tuning in. I need y'all to share with some change left over, not just on Facebook Live, but go to YouTube, Dub C's Entertainment Network, and hit the like button and share. And let brothers and sisters know what we got going on over here and stuff. Closing comments. Brothers and sisters, support your local spoken word artists. That includes our guest, Nina Purple, and our feature, Goddess Warrior. Support your local MCs, brothers and sisters. Support your local entrepreneurs. And most of all, brothers and sisters, support black businesses. We all we got, man. To most folks, this is just a writing utensil. To a spoken word artist or a poet, it is a tool. Please use your tools wisely. As always, in closing, to my poetic family here and abroad, may your thoughts radiate through your pen as you write your next great creation. May your rhymes bring joy to life's victims of stresses that may throw off one's normal vibrations. May your studies of your work grow and blossom like the rose that grew out of the concrete for the entire world to see. May your voices be heard from the shores of Ichigumi to the highest heights of Mount Wanahakalugi. May your voices crash like thunder, which brings us the rain, which turns into the mist and blesses us with the sweet morning dew. And may your attitude towards your work be revolutionary and defiant. So when anybody tries to stand up and say they don't like what you do, you can say, nigga, fuck you. I hope you've all enjoyed the show. This has been another Dub C's Entertainment production. I'm your host, Brother Rob, the Poet Brown, or Brother Rob if you don't feel like saying the whole thing. Special love shout out before we close it out to Boss Lady Radio, playing some of the dopest underground artists they are available to the listening audience, as well as Promo God and Team We. Until next month, and we got another dope show coming up next month, so you got to tune in. Until next month, we love y'all to life. One mic. Brother Rob. Peace, 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 peace,
worldly mentality. I'm a black man. Does that describe my race or my nationality? You tell me, if I was born in America, I should be considered American by birthright. Is that right? But you put African in front of my American to emphasize my blackness, yet when Europeans are born here, they're considered straight up Americans. Is it because they're white? I doubt it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to play the race card. Then again, if I was, what the fuck was you gonna do about it? You know, when I was coming up, for a short time we studied black history, and a big part of it was based on the struggles of the 60s, the civil rights movement, police brutality, racial profiling, and if you identify with your culture too much, they'd say you was communistically violent. Now here we are, the 21st century, a brand new day. Is it that we didn't